Bulega hasn't beaten Razgatlioglu in a straight-up fight since Assen, but he's giving this a really good go. 4 kilometres and only a tenth of a second between them.
Toprak very clearly only thinking about the race win. He doesn't mind about the championship right now. He wants to make sure he beats Bulega again.
And looking likely to do so as things stand, but Bulega has been closing him down, and Razgatlioglu's pace has dropped off to a much greater extent than Bulega's behind him.
Yeah, Toprak though with a new personal best in Sector 1. It's the fastest we've seen so far in this race. He's got that harder rear tyre, and now on lap 10 he's trying to make sure he's able to assert that authority. For Bulega, he needs to exit turn 5 here really well. It's not quite close enough to Toprak to be able to try and attack him, so his chances of making a move maybe into turn 9, and you just force the issue.
Toprak back tyre off the ground as he makes his way under braking in towards turn 6. This is not a rider who's playing the percentages game and bringing this championship home. This is a rider still pushing for another race victory on his return from injury. Superb win from him yesterday in dominant fashion. Nicolo Bulega's given him a really good run for his money here. Will he be close enough to strike in towards turn 9? The answer is no.
Yeah, and for Bulega then comes down to the last corner and the run to the line. Toprak's been done on that run before by a Ducati, but it's a different story with the BMW.
Yes, Razgatlioglu still leads Bulega. Bautista comfortable now over Andrea Locatelli. Petrucci still with just a tenth of a second in hand over Alex Lowe's. Run to the line then in the race victory quest for Nicolo Bulega, looking to beat Razgatlioglu for the first time since Assen. He's going to get him here, close to the finish. Bulega ahead of Razgatlioglu. We wait for confirmation. 3,000ths of a second between them. Super ride from Nicolo Bulega to come back at Toprak in the second half of the Superpole race and try to extend the life of this championship fight to Jerez next weekend. He doesn't know if he's got it. Razgatlioglu doesn't know if he's got it, but it is Nicolo Bulega according to our timing screens, and by the merest of margins in the run to the finish as well.
Yeah, that's fantastic from Bulega to be able to make that move on the run to the line. Through the last corner, you could see just how much corner speed he was carrying through there, able to get himself right onto the rear wheel of Toprak, and then able to drive him to the line.
That's got to be the best ride we've seen from Nicolo Bulega.
Hands down.
Super performance from Bulega. Alvaro Bautista up onto the podium as well. 3rd position for him. Locatelli, Petrucci, Alex Lowe's less than a tenth of a second behind Petrucci at the run to the finish, so just couldn't quite get there. 3rd row of the grid will be Vierke, Lecuona and Iannone. So Iannone coming from nowhere late on to get that job down. Really good work from him. Nicolo Bulega, your race winner.
This was the key move for Bulega though, because he's willing to put it down the inside, force Locatelli to stand the bike up a little bit and put his bike in the place where he needs it to be to make that overtaking move. Combative from Bulega in mid-race, and then on the run to the line he's able to time this to perfection, and it's a great performance by Bulega, and you can see just how much it means for him there as well, because he knows that of the race wins he's had so far this season, to be able to beat Toprak in a straight-up fight means more than any of the others.
Well, I said it before, not since the opening 3 rounds of the season has he genuinely been able to take on Toprak. The Superpole race in Assen, where obviously he finished in 2nd position behind Alvaro Bautista, but Razgatlioglu struggled that day, and you'd have to look further back to the opening couple of rounds of the season where he was able to build his early advantage, of course, in Phillip Island, where Toprak retired from race 2 and Bulega was victorious in race 1. But aside from those opening 3 rounds of the season, it's been one-way traffic in favour of Toprak Razgatlioglu. Performances like that today, if he'd been able to put them in recent rounds, he'd be closer still.